and happy Thursdate! Today is Halloween, and whether you celebrate Halloween or you have children who are young enough to celebrate Halloween, it just dawned on me today that we have gone through different phases as a special needs family of participating in Halloween. And some years the anxiety's just been too high and it just hasn't been a good idea. Other years we couldn't decide on a costume that felt good enough sensory-wise. And so there's been years that we have not participated and years that we have participated. I've been thinking, as we are heading into the holiday season here now, that it's so important to remember that you really need to do what's best for your family, regardless of what everyone else is doing with their children. There's so many expectations put on us at this time of year in terms of, family events, gatherings, holiday parties, all the things. And it's tempting to want to just suck it up and do it so that nobody gets upset and then suffer the consequences later. And I think if I've learned anything at this phase in our journey, it's that we really need to stop and think, is this going to work for us? And if it's not, is there a way we can make it work, or do we need to just skip out of it altogether? And I think the fear is always, I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to offend anybody by saying, no, I can't come, or it's not going to work for us. And thankfully, I think people are a lot more understanding than we think they will be, especially if you explain what's happening, that it's for a specific purpose and reason for your child. So I know for myself, I have the tendency to say yes and then figure out how I'm going to do it later. And sometimes that's a good idea, but I would just encourage you to pick and choose what you're heading into this holiday time, because not everything is absolutely necessary and it's not always worth it if it means hours, days of recovering from that, which has often been our case too. And then in hindsight, you think, oh, maybe that just wasn't a good idea. So I guess I'm just offering you the chance to take a moment and ask yourself, is this something that is really good for our family today or at this point in time? And don't be afraid to say no if it really isn't. And if the people are, loving and supportive of you, they will totally understand, and it will just be better for everyone overall. I guess my bottom line here is, don't be afraid to go against what everyone else's family is doing, especially if it's what works best for your family. That's priority. That's the most important thing. So have the grace to be gentle on yourself if you decide, you know what, that's just not the right thing for us right now. Whatever your plans are for tonight, I just hope they involve candy. So we are now a little over, 2 weeks and 1 day out from the release of my last single for the year called Questions. The information is down below if you want to pre-save it on Spotify. I think that's it. Have a great week, and I will see you next Thursday.